Hello guys, and welcome back to Fox the Fox Report. If you haven't done so already, please drop a like and subscribe, because here we're talking all about Leicester City, post-match discussions, interviews, reactions, and much more. Now, going off this match, a 2-0 victory at Anfield for Liverpool. A game that we kind of expected, weren't really going in with, we're going to just take full-on possession, we're going to be having so many chances. No, based off what happened over the weekend in the FA Cup, we didn't think we're going to change drastically in performance, but definitely much, much better. Specifically defensively, we played much better. Compared to the other matches we had against Liverpool, this by far was the best one. And with that formation that Brendan Rodgers has put on the pitch this time, quite surprising. Either way, we still go with the same formation. That is a 4-2-3-1. However, changes here. Now, I did want Wilfred Ndidi in my back line, so Brendan Rodgers has him on the back line. Now, we asked this question: is Wilfred Ndidi far much better in the defense rather in the midfield? Do we preferably need him more than we need Soyuncu? Now, with all these talks about players, wanting to be here, players not wanting to be here, what's best for the team, in that post interview with Brendan Rodgers after the match against Nottingham Forest, he did mention that. So with the team selection this time, you kind of already get a sense of who he feels is the best option to have on the field when it comes to looking at the future for this club, really who wants to be here. Now, looking at that formation, one thing that surprised me the most was not just having Wilfred Ndidi in the back line, but more so putting Kieran Dewsbury-Hall, putting Samore, but also taking out Youri Tielemans and Harvey Barnes. Now, besides that, did we necessarily do bad when it came to attacking? No, of course not. Were we missing some, more talent, more urgency, more players who know how to drive the ball up? Of course. But from what we had in this starting 11, we fairly did great as far as making a play, getting the attack up, and it looks like James Maddison was the player to do that, the 1-2 start the attack, the 1-2 give the passes, and those little instances in the first half where you see James Maddison play sort of, that type of talent, that magic he has to get out of those tight spaces and just really leave like 4 or 5 players that are defending him, just get out of that area and just have almost just 1 or 2 defenders left in front of him while he has 2 or 3 teammates with him to start the attack. It's those instances where James Maddison has to be more consistent. Great to see that. He has the talent we all know, but we need to see more of that consistently. Now, with Ademola Lookman playing on the left side, from what I've seen, that is his spot. The dilemma between Ademola Lookman and Harvey Barnes, I think preferably at the moment, from what we've been seeing the most, Ademola Lookman deserves that left wing spot. Now with Harvey Barnes, we have to think, what other position can he play? Because with Lookman there, I don't think just rotating them isn't going to do us any good. With Harvey Barnes, he is a great player, a player that we need on the pitch. However, with Lookman, he deserved that spot. So we need to find some other position for Harvey Barnes, perhaps on the right, like I've been mentioning, because both players are great and do a lot for the team. Now, with Patson Daka up top, that type of style he has to run against defenders, really press, that's what we need. We need that urgency to make our positions, give a long ball, give a quick pass without even thinking, try to make them lose the ball. With Kelechi Iheanacho coming on the second half, taking out Patson Daka, necessarily he didn't do much. He would press sometimes, but not all the time. It's not really his style. His style is more so to receive the ball, hold the ball, wait for help, give a pass. Necessarily nothing compared to what Patson Daka or Jamie Vardy bring to the team. And frankly, in this second half that he came on, really didn't do much. Necessarily didn't hold the ball, didn't really have the ball at times. If he did, he would take a shot that really isn't at a right angle, or it would just fly over the goal. Sometimes he would pass the ball, but it would be an incorrect pass. Sometimes slow the game down. Really didn't do much for us. And looking at the stats with the game completely, of course, we're not going to expect us to have full-on possession. But of course, like I said, we did play better when it came to defending and in certain times when it came to attacking. Definitely Liverpool did not have an easy match. Of course, with these deflections, with these, quick just being aware and taking a shot in our area is what gave them the goals. So it's not something to really dwell on because it happens to anyone. But like I said before, as far as all the other matches that have gone with Liverpool this season, this by far is the best game aside from the 1-0 victory we had recently against them. But this one defensively much, much better. And with Kasper Schmeichel, we have to give him credit. Sometimes I feel like he is very unappreciated at times. I know we always say, why are you giving that long ball? Just slow down. Don't, pass the ball too quickly. But he is there to save so many chances that just haven't made there. With Mo Salah having a breakaway, definitely he has just been the top goalkeeper that we always cherish to always have, and he really saved us from so many opportunities that could have been scored. And aside from that, necessarily there is a lot to start from here. Now with Brendan Rodgers in really, is he fit for this team? Many people are probably saying at the moment, Brendan Rodgers needs to leave. Brendan Rodgers out, Rodgers out, Rodgers out. I think I don't know. I'm still in for that he should stay until the end of the season, and then we'll pretty much evaluate from there. But at the moment, from what has happened after the match against Nottingham Forest to now, there definitely was some big discussion going on as far as who really wants to be here and who wants to leave in the summer. And with the team selection like we saw, we did see that there was something that had been done. Now, with Youri Tielemans coming on in the second half, did you see much of him really? Because I didn't. He had the balls at times. He defended mostly. Necessarily didn't really see him part of the attack. And I'm kind of at the moment, just realizing if he were to leave tomorrow, would we really miss him? Because he's not really finishing off a season, if it's his last, very well. Of course, he's a player that's given a lot to us, but really, are we going to lose a great player based off what he's showing now? Is he leaving this team in a good note? I don't think so. He's kind of leaving us already wanting to find other options that can take his position. So necessarily, it's not really convincing the fact that, Tielemans, don't go, stay here, we want you, we'll do whatever. No, at the moment, he's not proving that he's a player that will be very, very, entirely missed. I don't think so. And Soyuncu, with Ndidi taking that spot and playing today, I think Wilfred Ndidi is far better in that defensive area. And definitely we didn't miss Soyuncu at all in this match. Definitely much more confident. I felt much more secure with our back line in this match than I did back in the matches before. So with Wilfred Ndidi, I think until Wesley Fofana comes back, until Johnny Evans comes back, I think Wilfred Ndidi should stay in that defensive line until then. But of course, let me know what you guys think. Now with Daniel Marty, player that really outshined in this game, because he went in much more confident, held the ball when he needed to hold the ball, gave great passes, didn't really panic. So, we have to see more of that. And he's definitely proving to be a player that, frankly, is great in that center back, and we can definitely rely on him. But of course, we have to play like that consistently. It's not all about just losing a big match and then just, using that as motivation to play better the next time around. consistently have to play better no matter what the past result is, no matter if we destroy a team, just completely dominate a team 5-0, beat them, and then just, slack off in the next match. No, we have to play consistent no matter what result comes. Every single match, better, better, and better. But overall, I'm not too mad about the result 2-0. Like I said, Liverpool did not get this win easily. And if there is a moment of change from what we've been seeing compared to what supposedly has been going on with Brendan Rodgers and his thoughts about players wanting to be here or wanting to leave, definitely what we see here is, or in the first half, are players that most likely we will have for next season. And I'm full, confident that these are great players. We have a great balance right now, a great start right now. Of course, we'll see what happens in the summer when it comes to getting new players, seeing who stays, seeing who leaves. But, aside from having the thoughts of, who's going to leave, will it hurt the team? I don't think so. I don't think with players that we already get a sense of who's going to stay, we're not going to fall off in performance. It's going to be a good stance. I think the season so far has shown us that we too can really pick up from having a very bad moment, and frankly it's a very long moment. But definitely we can regroup, rebuild the team, especially if we have players leaving. So aside from that, that's all I have for this post-match review. Please let me know what you guys think, what you think should go on following this match. I know next time we play on Sunday, so that's about 2 days from now against West Ham at the King Power Stadium. Definitely not going to be an easy match. And with West Ham really battling for the top 4, of course, they're definitely going to go in and try to win that. I know they gave us a very hard one back last year at the beginning of the season over at London Stadium. So it's definitely going to be another tough challenge. Besides that, I'm very confident with our defense and just the way we were able to perform against Liverpool. I hope these players do not look at the result more than they look at the performance they've given, because it was a great performance aside from the 2 goals being scored. But of course, like I said, let me know your thoughts, opinions. Just leave them in the comment section below, and I will respond to them as soon as I can. And for the pre-match review, that will be Leicester City versus West Ham. See ya.